Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So continuing on with these top performing decks, recently, this one's a pretty standard list. We got Red Hybrid today, and for the most part, I think a lot of what we're going to see here is expected, but for those that are trying to make Red Hybrid work and you're kind of curious of kind of the overall strategies and the general engine of it, this should help. Also, if you guys could go over to my Twitch page and quickly just give it a quick follow. I've been playing some Diablo 2 Resurrected and some Borderlands 2 over there during the week. So would love just to get a couple follows from you guys. Get us up there to 50 so we can get that affiliate status. We just really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this deck profile. For the most part, like right off the bat, boom, pretty straightforward. There's a couple interesting bits, though, to it, particularly like the Garudamon Ace here. I did play against this at the regional over the weekend, and Red Hybrid consistently has been getting top 16, which feels like forever now, like literally since we've got this second wave of support. Even before it got the new wave of support, it was still doing really well. Well, not really well, but it was doing okay. But now, ever since the BT12 support, yeah, it's been doing great. So, and we got BT16 coming around the corner. So yeah, full year of this deck just being solid, consistent, and powerful. So for our babies here, we are running 5 babies because we're running the Ukamon. So Ukamon's going to allow us to turbo through our babies extra fast, so having 5 babies makes sense here. The Yokomon was the original baby that we used for the BT12 build. The On Deletion, if you have a red Tamer, draw one, since most of the time you're going to be crashing with your rookies here that are evoing. And then the Koromon, this one's really nice because your turn once per turn when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw one. It doesn't have to be this one, right? It's not a win attacking or anything like that. Like you can attack with something else and the security gets checked and you get the draw. There are some caveats to this. For those that are not familiar with the interaction here, say you swing with the rookie with this Koromon, right? And it hits into security and it's a Digimon and it dies. You still get the draw. However, if you hit in and it's a kill option and they kill this Digimon, you don't get the draw. I don't know why it works like that, but the timing on it for how the rules have been stated is that if you check options and they kill you, you don't get your draw. But if you check a Digimon and they kill you, you do get your draw. So just kind of keep that in mind. I know it gets brought up a lot. Now for the Flamemon ratios here, we did draw some inspirations from some high-performing lists here. And at first I was kind of confused of why they went with what they did. But the more I got to thinking about it, the more I realized they're not really... the Flamemon hard play is secondary to what they're wanting. They're really wanting to kind of turbo through the eggs in the raising area. So they went really heavy with the inheritables. And I actually kind of see that now because... you can start evoing your Goonies and stuff like that and actually getting really good value here. So our first one from BT12 here, on play, this is the trash 1 hybrid to draw 2. Actually had a misplay at the tournament. They trashed a Tamer and drew 2, and then we had to call a judge and all that fun stuff. We caught it like immediately afterwards, but still, it's kind of awkward. But the inheritable here gives a plus 2k DP buff, just allowing you, if you can ever survive your security checks, like even on your level 4s, it feels really good. Especially because once they're, you've got your level 4s suspended there, they're prime targets for like an ace blast evo during your opponent's turn. We do have the BT4 here. We're running as a 2 of. This is the more ideal searcher because it's a reveal 3. You can add a hybrid and a tamer off the search here, so really good. But the BT7 one here digs deeper. However, you can only add one thing, hybrid, Susano, or Takuya specifically. But the inheritable on this one, super underrated, except for the red hybrid players. The dedicated red hybrid players know the value of this inheritable. On deletion, you may play one Takuya from your hand without paying its memory cost. Stupid good. Absolutely stupid good. So this is the one you want to evo on top of, especially like in raising area where you're safe to go up later on. Now we are running the Ukamon package in here at a 4 of. This is like modern day Rookie Rush, really. And that's what a lot of these decks feel like. Numaimon's taking advantage of this. Of course, Red Hybrid is as well. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, you may hatch in the breeding area, then gain 1 memory. And he also sees himself. So if you evo this in Raising, because he can evo on top of any color baby, he promotes up, he sees himself, and then you can hatch and gain a memory. It is so strong. Such a strong card. I know people are like actually debating, should this card get limited to 1? Like, it's not busted, right? It's just very efficient. Very efficient. I think it would be, I don't know. Like, I don't know how else it could be more efficient. Maybe make it an inheritable also. If somehow you evoed on top of him, make him omnicolor or something. I don't know. He's good though. So Rookie Rush basically with all your rookies, of course, and then you're doing all your hybrid shenanigans as well. So for BT12 for the level 4 lineup is pretty much the same across the board. Doesn't matter which build you're looking at. You've got the Goonies with the on deletion, play a Flamemon from your hand, suspended without paying the play cost. So again, all your Flamemons have on play effects, which is great. And then the inheritable on deletion, play 1 Takuya from your hand without paying the cost. So same as that Flamemon, but now we've got it also on our Goonimon. So really, once you start getting your cards in rotation, you don't have to worry about hard playing your own Takuyas as much anymore, because hard playing, 4 cost, 3 cost Tamers, it can take time and it takes memory, and you're not being offensive as much, and this deck really has to hit the gas super fast. So once you get these Flamemons and Goonies in rotation with those inheritables, you're going to be setting yourself up for a quick, speedy win. We also have the BT12 Burning Greymon. When Digivolving, it gets plus 2k. And then the inheritable also gives a 2k. He's just really efficient. He can also evo on top of a Goonimon for 1. So these guys like to kind of evo back and forth. That's like the whole slide evolution for anyone that saw the anime. I do like the Burning Greymon from BT7 a whole lot. It's that when Digivolving, if it has Hybrid or Takuya in its Devolution cards, delete a 4k. Just really good at clearing out little annoyances, stuff like memory blockers in this, because we do enjoy our memory gain through Digimon effect as well as Gravity Crush. And then for those that aren't aware, when you're gaining the Takuya, this is as an inheritable under a Digimon, so it's a Digimon effect. So memory blockers will stop this Takuya. So having a Burning Greymon that can deal with stuff like that is really nice. So he's in here. Not running a 16. We're just running it at 15 level 4s, which is, I think it's fine. Again, we're kind of leaning into our rookies a little bit more. You're going to have the Aldemons, the BT7s. All the BT7 level 5 hybrids are good, right? They reduce their evo cost by 2 if they have a Tamer in the inheritable somewhere. And then when Digivolving, if a card of hybrid in its trait is in the Digimon Digivolution cards, which it will be, because if you're Digivolving, all your level 4s are hybrids, you get plus 4k. And then he has, of course, the incredible, one of the most powerful inheritables in the entire game. While this Digimon has hybrid or 10 Warriors traits, it doesn't activate security effects on option cards it checks. Yeah, just they don't even get them. It's not just not affected by option cards. No, they just don't even activate. So crazy good. Crazy good. Now we have the 2 of Tex in here with the Garudamon with the Blast Evo. This card actually putting in work over the weekend, watching some red hybrid decks in action. Garudamon Ace is very popular right now in red hybrid. On play or when Digivolving, you may play 1 play cost 4 or lower red Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. So super efficient to be able to just evo into this, even a blast evo, and get a free Takuya out. And then all turns once per turn. When one of your Tamers is played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker. There's a surprising amount of stuff with blocker right now. It's like kind of just out of nowhere. Just blocker stuff is just kind of sprinkled in everywhere. So not only are you getting a free Tamer in play, but you're also clearing a body. It's just a really powerful card. So yeah, it fits in quite nicely with this. Because again, usually you're going with your level 4s and you're swinging with your level 4s and getting security checks. If they survive the security check, awesome. That's a great target for your Garudamon Ace on the following turn. Now, I've got 3 Emperors, the 3 BT12s. Normally, it's pretty common to see 4. Again, this deck isn't like dependent on going into your mega or you lose kind of thing. It's not that dependent on its megas. So cut out the old Emperor and then cut this one down to 3 just to fit in everything, right? So to fit in the Gravity Crushes, the Crimson Blaze. If you want, you could cut down Atomic Inferno to 2 and bump this up if you want. I just really find Atomic Inferno really strong on our level 4s. But this guy's got security tank +1. When digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If this Digimon has a Tamer card in its Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest or with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP instead. And this guy gets absolutely massive with all the like level 4s and stuff like that you're going to be putting under it. Is going to be really big. And then on deletion, you may play one Takuya from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So really good value there in that he can play from trash because we have no way of cycling from trash other than this guy right here. So he's a really solid piece. He's really strong for just like answering problematic situations, especially with something like your Takuya here that lets you evo all the way up into an Emperor. Just from his effect, so straight from Tamer into an Emperor with, picking your inheritables, so picking like DP boosting inheritables to put underneath it is going to be really good. So yeah, he's a good card. I just play him a little bit differently. Like I said, I don't really rely on going into Emperor that much. Depending on the matchup, of course, like if I need my Aldermon inheritable, then of course I'm going to try to combo off so that way I can get up into an Emperor and keeping turn and all that stuff and swinging. And then the one Blitz Omnimon for game, it comes up. Again, you can get into your Emperor, warp off of Takuya, get your 2-3 security checks, and then you go Blitz Omnimon for game. Very, very simple kind of strategy there. So yeah, he's got the security tank +1. Your Takuya here also gives him security tank +1 with his inheritable. So he's swinging for 3 checks in total. I played a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but last year sometime I played in a regional against a Red Hybrid player that was super good. And he was talking about all of his plays and stuff. He's like, yeah, once you get them to 3 security, you just stop doing damage and then you just build for the Emperor play, and then you swing for the 3 checks and then you go Blitz Omnimon for game. So yeah, really powerful. We got the Takuya, the memory setter for us, as well as inheritable +2k. This Digimon gets +2,000 DP. While this Digimon has 10,000 or more DP, it gains your turn once per turn. When this Digimon checks an opponent's security, gain 2 memory. Again, this works just like the Yokomon we talked about. If it dies to battle, you gain the memory. If it dies to options, you don't get the memory. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's a really powerful card, especially powerful if you're getting to play this guy for free. 4 play cost, not fun to play, but if you're playing it for free, it's amazing. We also have the original BT7 Takuya, which is still extremely good, allowing you to place 5 hybrids from trash under this Tamer, and then you can digivolve right into an Emperor Greymon, treating this its Digivolution cost as if this Tamer is a level 5 red Digimon. And then it has the inheritable of another +2k. While this Digimon has 10,000 or more DP, which is super easy. Pretty much any level 4 that digivolves on top of this, let's get its a little bit of DP boost, we'll have it. Is going to get security tank +1, including also if you go Atomic Inferno, which I'm a big fan of. So again, in combination with the Emperor, if you can get your opponent to 4 security, you just need 1 like rookie check, right? Swing, get 1 rookie check, and then immediately set for the Emperor play is really powerful. And then you just go Atomic Inferno. We have the 2 Gravity Crush to literally facilitate that exact combo here, that gain 2 memory. So you need enough memory to be able to do all this stuff. So Evo for 3, and then Evo, or then play Atomic Inferno for 1. So you need at least 4 memory. So Gravity Crush will help you get there very easily. Especially with all the memory fixers and stuff these days. Like, say you pass turn and put your opponent to 1, right? And Gravity Crush puts them to 3. Like, there's just straight value there. Just really, really good. It ending up in security does suck, though. And yeah, 3 Atomic Infernos. I'm a big fan of this card because, again, I like to just go burr with the little stuff. Whenever I played Red Hybrid for a while. It was one of the decks that I had almost max rarity. It was crazy how much effort I put into this deck, and I just had a bad month of playing it, and then I eventually just stopped playing it. But it's really, really strong. One of your Digimon with hybrid in its form gets plus 3k, which again helps it get over the threshold for that Takuya to help give them the security attack plus 1 from that as well. And then this gives them a security attack plus 1, and then your turn, when this Digimon is blocked, gain plus 3 memory for the turn. So stupid strong. You also notice we're not playing any of the piercing Flamemons. Yeah, so it's viable for the opponent to actually block this and not have to worry about piercing. And the security effect is so good, just giving all your Digimon security attack plus 1. Crazy. Like, nothing feels better than swinging in with a 1k Flamemon. It's surviving the second check and getting the second check from the Atomic Inferno security effect. It's nice. And then the last card, of course, we got Crimson Blaze in here. Reduces the play cost by 1 for each Digimon your opponent has. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Your opponent can't play Digimon by effects until the end of their next turn. This is a great card to help deal with Numemon. Numemon is like 25% of top 16. Almost every single regional here recently. It's popular, right? And Crimson Blaze F's it up because you pretty much just wipe their whole field just about, and then they can't float back into more Numemons, right? So you turn their Numemon X off so they don't get the undeletion effect out of that, which is really great. This also hits decks such as Leviamon, because Leviamon likes to play hard play off of the Biting Crush, right, from their trash. You turn that play off. This is a really flexible card right now. And I think it's definitely worth running. If you're playing a red deck and you can fit a Crimson Blaze in, I highly, highly recommend it. Like, out of all your removal options you have, Crimson Blaze in red decks is probably the best. I know I like, the big target removal, right? Like, how do you deal with, whatever big threat that they have, you just don't have an out for. This deck at least has Emperor, so if you facilitate it correctly with your Takuya, you go straight into this Emperor, and he's got, his DP buffs from the Takuya here, giving him a 2k buff. You've got the Burning Greymon giving him a 2k buff. That puts him up to 15 just off those 2 inheritables, and you can also double up on those as well. As well as we have our Flamemon that gives another 2k buff. So you can get him pretty big, and that will deal with a lot of the, the normal stuff that you're like, I need a Gaia Force to clear this thing. Well, I've got Emperor Greymon that's about to warp Digivolve on top of Takuya. That's pretty much my Gaia Force. For 3 memory, no less. Like, it's really, really good. But Crimson Blaze for the wide boards, that's what this deck is so nice. It just has really nice, flexibility. Like, it's a super aggro deck that also can answer other things, right? You don't have to worry about that like hard counter sort of situation here. And that's why this deck always does so well, I think, because it's very simple. It's very easy to play in a super long tournament. You don't have to, grind out game after game after game for, 10 plus hours. So yeah, strong deck. If you guys have any questions or anything I might have missed, if you guys have strategies or anything like that, put it in the comment section below for myself as well as others looking to play this deck. I know there's a whole ton of different strategies out there that people have for this deck and their overall game plan, right? It's not just play Tamer, Evo, level 4, swing, play Tamer, Evo, level 4, swing. There's more to it than that, right? Ukamon definitely taking this deck up to a whole nother level, though. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.